Now, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you're looking at running for president again.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red cake.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Donald Trump will not become president.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Donald Trump will never, ever be president.
Moderator, but apparently believes that Donald Trump is a clown.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to the
Let's see, I'm at 42 and you're at...
We have a key race alert right now. Donald Trump now has reached the number of delegates needed to clinch the Republican presidential nomination.
So right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy.
Donald Trump, while we project, will win in Kentucky with its 8 electoral votes, in Indiana with its 11 electoral votes, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, Kansas with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes, North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, Missouri, Ohio, Idaho, North Carolina.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
Together, we will make America great again.
What's up, geeks and gamers? Cobra Cast 199 and all the other channels that I'm on these days. Got to cover all the bases. Hello, welcome to Cobra Cast 199. I am your host, and I am happy to be here tonight. I'm feeling better. I'm over the sickness. I'm not dead. No RIP Jeremy stream anytime soon. So we're going to live to fight another day. So I am not dead. I am very much alive, and I'm feeling so good. I was actually doing yard work today. Yeah, we're all good. So this is my 3rd stream of the day, and I did some yard work, and I got a lot more yard work to do this weekend. So that should be fun. But how's everybody doing today? It is Friday. AI Jeremy is on. I can't stream to Twitter because I really don't understand their policy of like changing your profile picture and your account has to be re-reviewed or re-approved. So in the process of you changing your profile picture, you don't get the premium Twitter Blue the thing you don't get to utilize the features that Twitter Blue gives you. I guess it's the stupidest thing ever. So anyway, I can't stream to Twitter right now. So my apologies from that, because I changed my profile picture like 4 days ago, and they're still reviewing my account or something like that. Caleb says he only reads super chats, right? Clearly not, Caleb, because your comment got highlighted. So clearly, no, I don't just read super chats. However, I do like super chats, and we do have some super chats. Alan Tanasi for 10. Says apparently vanilla ice cream with olive oil is a thing. I bet Kamala loves it as she likes creamy white stuff, but I can't confirm. Hail 199. Alan in the house. Let's go. Let's see. What is this? Waden Hain 75. What? Hello, Chuds. I'm a Hayden's 75's evil gray ghost. Whoever receives a membership during the stream will be cursed with Krista derangement syndrome. You will all simp for Krista Nova for 24 hours. MCU fan has my blessings 199. There you go. Okay. That's a new one right there. So there you go. So if anyone receives a gifted membership during this stream, you're all cursed with Krista derangement syndrome. You will all simp for Krista for 24 hours. MCU fan has my blessing 199. That's a new one right there. And Waden Hain 75 has gifted a membership. So there you go. Alan Tanasi says Brat Summer Finn to have a spanking in the fall, boys, girls. There we go. Thank you, Alan Tanasi. We've got Chad Layton for 50. Since you like super chats, we'll just roll this frog for the hell of it. Let's go. I like your style, Chad. And I like your profile picture as well. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. We like super chats here. Shockingly enough, I'm a YouTuber that likes super chats. Can you believe that? Foxwolf says, keep praising Elon, Jeremy. Yes, I will. Elon Musk has literally changed the entire world with his purchase of Twitter. And I'm very happy for that. Yes, I'm pissed off that Twitter Blue doesn't let me change my profile picture. It's a small price to pay for what Elon has done with Twitter. So yes, I 1000% will continue to praise Elon Musk. 1000%. I love what he's done with Twitter. It's been a game changer for sure. You know what I will say in terms of Elon Musk. So I didn't really get the full context of this whole interview he did with Jordan Peterson, but I heard him in the interview talk about how he lost like a kid or something, like his kid was dead from the woke mind virus. And I didn't really fully understand what he meant by that. I was thinking like his kid died. So I'm seeing like all these reports of like, no, his kid actually is just a woke person. And I'm like, wait a minute. So Elon Musk in an interview has essentially said, my kid is dead, even though your kid isn't dead. It's a really strange way to handle that situation, being that Elon Musk is one of the most famous human beings on the planet. For you to vocalize that, I thought it was weird, man. I thought it was really, like, that's a strange way to handle it as a parent, in my opinion. I think there's far better ways to handle it. Really weird. Really weird. So apparently it's Elon's son, and Elon's son is now identifying as a girl or some shit like that. And but I just think that there would be a far better way to handle that, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. I was very confused on it. But I get it now. But let's see. It's a metaphor, dummy. Well, I understand it's a metaphor now. What I'm saying is, as a parent, I don't think that's the best method to go about it when you're dealing with a mentally ill child, to be one of the most famous human beings on the planet. And if your child is mentally ill, maybe you shouldn't like blast out to the entire world that your kid is dead. That's not going to help the situation. You know, I think that it's probably, you should try to handle that privately, but that's just me. I feel like that's essentially him he's given up on his child, which is a weird angle. I didn't like it personally. I didn't like it, but that's this neither here nor there. I personally just found it to be very like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Very weird. Let's see. We've got Blackguard with 10 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Also, yeah, wasn't he talking to Jordan B. Peterson? Jordan B. Peterson is off his rocker half the time. Jordan B. Peterson like has this mentality of like there should be no anonymity on the internet whatsoever. Meaning you don't understand how leftists operate, Jordan B. Peterson. I guess now that he's a multimillionaire, he doesn't understand how like regular jobs work and how if you don't have anonymity on the internet, you can't fucking you will get fired from your job, which is insane. That he thinks that everybody should just go, hey, yeah, I'm going to give my real name, my real information. I'm going to give my address. I'm going to give everything. That's a Jordan B. Peterson way. Jordan B. Peterson does not understand the internet at all. He's always going through these meltdowns. Let's see. War Brer for a gifted membership. Thank you. I appreciate that. Speaking of, it's been an interesting day, actually, with people on the internet with some interesting takes. I saw this earlier today with Moist Critical and Sneeko. Moist Critical is a massive YouTuber. It's got like, I don't know, like almost 20 million subscribers. And I'm sure most of you know who Sneeko is. And they had this debate, and this was said.
Do you believe that somebody can go through hormone therapy? Can they change their gender if they're a child?
I think that's totally fine as long as everyone is consenting, as you agree with.
Okay, so as long as everyone...
If your parents are okay with it and you are okay with it, I think that's totally a familial decision to make, yeah.
Okay, so a child can cut their penis off and take hormone blockers and change their biology forever, but they can't get married?
Well, that's a decision that now extends beyond the family because now you're bringing in a different party. So if you have someone that's your age coming in saying, I want to marry that child, I don't think that can happen under any circumstance.
So, but it's still a personal decision. You're still deciding.
Because there's
take the other party out of the equation. It's a personal decision. If I'm 16 and I personally want to marry this girl, she's beautiful. She's 21 years old. Her family wants to do it. My family wants to do it. You're saying I can't do that. We're both consenting. I'm ready to go. I'm physically mature, but I'm not allowed to marry because Moy says that woman's a pedophile. But if then the next day I leave it, I'm depressed, I want to cut my penis off, I can go right into the clinic, snip it off, and start taking HRT like Chris Tyson. That's a society that makes sense to you?
It is. I believe everyone has I believe everyone has the right to do with their body what they want to do.
Oh, good Lord. What? Whew. Oh, so I responded and I said, no, children don't have the ability to make life-altering decisions, and any parent allowing it should be held accountable for child abuse. I couldn't believe that take. And I'm like, no. You're a kid thinks that they're a fucking transformer, or a kid thinks they're a superhero. Are we supposed to let them go jump off of a fucking building because they think they can fly because they're a superhero? What are we doing here? We live in such a nonsensical, weird world, man. Like, it is so weird, the amount of things that some people are trying to justify. No, a parent that allows a child to go through that is a parent that should be locked up and they lose the rights to be a parent. That's it. That is a terrible fucking take. Children don't have the ability to know what they're supposed to eat, much less making a life-altering decision. No, holy shit. How do we live in this world, man? How are people like coming up with these scenarios? I don't understand it. Jesus. No, a child. I was running around like, what was I doing when I was 14 or 15 years old? Like, you think I have the ability to make a life-altering decision at that point in time? And I would say I was relatively like a fairly like level-headed 14-year-old. I never partied, I never did drugs, I never did anything like that, but I still wasn't able to function to the point of making that type of decision in my life. And if my parents would have been the type of parents to sit back and go, oh, you just want to chop it off and you want to be a girl, go ahead. Then my parents should have been held accountable. My parents would have been, complicit in that. That's horrible. But anyway, I just saw that going on, and I wanted to mention that because I had to comment on that earlier when I saw it. I'm like, this is insane. This is insane. And a lot of this is surrounding the stuff going on with MrBeast right now that I'm not going to fully get into here, but that's not really a topic you should be talking about on YouTube unless you are you need to tread lightly if you're talking about the topic on YouTube. I had a video yesterday over on Geeks and Gamers that had like 82,000 views in like the first 10 hours, and then it got age restricted and demonetized. The video won't even pass 90,000 views total. It completely just crushed it in the algorithm. Crushed it. That video was tracking for easily 200,000 views minimum. And it didn't happen just to me. It happened to a lot of people. So you're not allowed to criticize MrBeast right now on YouTube. You can't do it. You're not allowed to do it. So I'm still going to make videos on it, though, because I'm really interested in the topic. And I'm really glad that MrBeast, Mr. I Hate Donald Trump, I find a lot of satisfaction in seeing that come full circle. You had no problem criticizing Donald Trump, but you wouldn't criticize Joe Biden. You wouldn't criticize Barack Obama, but you had no problem criticizing Donald Trump, because that's the acceptable answer for MrBeast, to say bad things about Donald Trump. That's the acceptable thing, so it's okay to get with it. That's what I can't stand. Is I can't stand all of these people that are just willing to do whatever is allowed. They have no real opinions whatsoever, and they're just willing to repeat whatever talking points that they think will get them the most attention on their channels or whatever. They have no fucking opinions whatsoever. They only go with the approved opinion. And I've never forgotten that. And I uploaded that clip of MrBeast doing that all of those years ago because I had never forgotten about it. Because I always looked at it, I said, this dude's a piece of shit. This dude's a piece of shit for what he said. And I'll even play the clip for you right here, right now, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. So he couldn't just praise the Trump hotel he was in. He had to qualify it right here.
What's up, guys? I'm currently staying at the Trump Hotel, and Trump may suck at being president, but he runs a pretty good hotel. And this is why England is our city. We're not even.
And look who it is. Look who it is. Before transitioning, it's Chris Tyson, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Tyson.
Staying on the side of Las Vegas is pretty. This is the ugly side.
We got offered cocaine, by the way. Some guy came up to me and Jimmy and MrBeast, excuse me. Said, "Do you guys want to buy some coke?"
And we were good and said no.
I think Jimmy honestly thought he meant Coca-Cola because he was just so taken back for us. And he was like, "What? Coke?"
You know, after staying in the Trump Hotel for like 2 days, I kind of feel racist now.
See? Now, do you think they could get away with saying that about Barack Obama or Joe Biden? Nope, not at all. Pre-approved opinions right there, ladies and gentlemen. So you never forget, all right? I never forget when somebody does something like that. I never forget. And I just, I hold grudges. And I've held a grudge against MrBeast for years, and I'm 100% okay with that coming full circle right there. So good job, MrBeast. Now your whole world's crushing. And what was it like? Was it less than a month ago MrBeast announced that he wanted to run for president? Less than a month ago, MrBeast announced he wanted to run for president. Well, you couldn't even go a month before the attacks have collapsed your entire brand. You could never deal with what Donald Trump has dealt with. You could never deal with the attacks and the constant, propaganda machine going after Donald Trump. This dude couldn't last a month of just announcing the idea of wanting to be president one day, much less actually running for president. Donald Trump dealing with all of it. Convictions, felony counts, indictments, raiding Mar-a-Lago, shooting the man in the face. And they can't stop him. Mr. Beast collapsed. But we do have news about President Donald Trump, the Chad of all Chads. Breaking: Donald Trump to travel back to Butler, Pennsylvania to hold a rally after the assassination attempt against him there. Holy crap. This dude, Donald Trump, is the most badass person of all time, dude. Holy crap. I will be going back to Butler, Pennsylvania for a big and beautiful rally honoring the soul of our beloved fighting hero, Corey, and the brave patriots injured 2 weeks ago. What a day it will be. Fight, fight, fight. Stay tuned for details. Holy crap. Insane. So as long as it doesn't interrupt any of the other scheduled stuff that I have going on, I will be covering that rally here live because that is absolutely insane. Now let's talk about what's going on right now, because there is a lot going on and a lot of it is surrounding Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is now the presumptive Democratic nominee. What did I say over a year ago? Over a year ago, I said, Joe Biden will not be the nominee. Guess what? Joe Biden's not the nominee. Now, I did say that if Kamala is put into that position, I do not think that she will stay in that position. I'm not as sold that she's not going to be the nominee as I was. I don't know what game they're playing, but we're going to show some clips really quick, and then we're going to talk more about that. Let me get to, let's see. We had Andrew CR says this live stream is sponsored by Big Fig Mattresses. Thank you. We've got Love Dogs for 20. Says when I was little, I was a different character every day, and I refused to respond to my parents unless they called me by that name. LOL. So my mom is at the grocery store, going, "Come here, Superman." LOL. Exactly. Let kids be kids. Like, let kids be kids. But kids do not have the ability to make life-altering decisions. Spirian with 20 on the super sticker. Thank you, Spirian. I did get your email too, so I'm going to be checking that out later. Let's see. Megatron says, I hope Kamala gets the Democratic nomination just to see Trump slaughter Kamala in the presidential debate, Trump 2024. Yeah, I mean, right now, they are basically putting the full court press on for Kamala Harris. And it's having somewhat of an impact, not as great as like some people would think, but it is having some impact. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute. Samuel for 10 says he brought up dead naming and how his son is dead in the eyes of the left. They said he was dead first. He had to reconcile that fact. Also, the system tricked him into allowing the meds to be used. Yeah, I don't know how you get tricked into that, but especially as somebody as smart as Elon Musk, I'm not sure how you get tricked into that. But yeah, I mean, it's a sad situation, obviously. Golden Nugget says, what's with the Donald referencing Hannibal Lecter, the late, great, I'm confused. Trump just likes to troll, man. I mean, that's Trump is a troll at heart. Let's see. J. Richard Moore says Trump announced his plan to resume the rally in Butler. I'm expecting you limp wrist figs to attend. This is a real life Braveheart moment. Tell all pro-Trump channels to do the same. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that one. Buster Nut Smash says, waiting for Trump to announce the new Butler, PA rally. I really want to go. Still have some vacation days available at work. Need to represent the 199. Dude, that would be cool if we had some 199 representation up in there. That would be cool as hell. 3 for $10 says the icing on the cake for the return to the Butler rally would be if Donald J. Trump takes the hood up on their security offer, Trump 2024. That'd be awesome. Okay, so Right now, the Kamala Harris propaganda machine is in full effect. And I will say, and I agree with the Hodge twins, basically said that from a social media standpoint, Kamala Harris and her team are crushing the Trump team. I do agree with that. They are crushing the Trump team. Donald Trump needs to get back on Twitter. You know, like Donald Trump needs to get back on Twitter. That is the easiest answer right here, is just get back on Twitter. I understand that True Social's made you a lot of money, and I get all of that, how important you are to be on. This is bigger than True Social. And by the way, True Social sucks. I'm sorry. True Social sucks. It just does. Love you, Donald Trump. True Social sucks. But let's listen in to the Kamala Harris propaganda campaign going on.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shannon Bream, along with Kennedy, Jessica Tarlov, Charlie Hurt, and Greg Gutfeld. It is 5 o'clock in New York City, and this is The Five.
Yeah, let's speed this up.
Overdrive to help Vice President Kamala Harris erase her biggest electoral liability, her far-left record. Despite Harris being rated 2019's most liberal senator by GovTrack, there's been some change to that. Well, the ladies of The View, Democrats, and others in the press are attempting to rewrite the vice president as just a moderate.
Prosecutors are not really leftists. They put people in jail for a living, okay? They're pretty moderate. I know the vice president personally. She is not, she's moderate.
The radical in this campaign, Michael, is not Kamala Harris, as all the Trump advertising is saying now. The radical right-winger is Donald Trump.
This shocking radical left agenda is actually mainstream economic populism?
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans just lie, and lie. Her record is very clear for anybody who wishes to take a look at it.
And it's not stopping her past from coming back to haunt her like a freight train. I don't know if they haunt people, but in this case, they do. Just today, a resurfaced interview emerged from 2020 where Harris offered some praise for the defund the police.
Yes, she wanted to defund the police. So I've talked about this many times. Kamala Harris is one of the dumbest human beings on the planet. Okay, she is the diversity hire. She is the symbol for DEI. Didn't earn it. Okay, that is ultimately all it is. All right, she is it. She is so incompetent. It is unbelievable. She's also incredibly unlikable, which is why she has failed in every campaign she's been involved in. She has not earned her way to this position at all. She is the definition of a diversity hire. That is what she is.
Peace movement.
Defund the police. The issue behind it is that we need to reimagine how we are creating safety. For too long, the status quo thinking has been you get more safety by putting more cops on the street. Well, that's wrong. This whole movement is about rightly saying we need to take a look at these budgets and figure out whether it reflects the right priorities.
And that's not all. The vice president will also have to answer for her far left positions on these issues.
We're not going to treat people who are undocumented and cross the border as criminals. There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
Would you support changing the dietary guidelines, reduce red meat specifically?
Yes, I would. I am prepared to get rid of the filibuster to pass a Green New Deal. The idea is that everyone gets access to medical care, and you don't have to go through the process of going through an insurance company. Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
All right. So, Kennedy, those positions are popular with a lot of people. Do you think she'll embrace them and say, yeah, I am standing by that? You can't use it against me.
She did with the AFT the other day when she spoke in front of the teachers union.
I can't believe. So I'm at a point where I am not convinced she's going to be the nominee. I know that's what it looks like, and that's obviously the safe bet to think that she's going to be the nominee. You've got the whole entire Democratic Party now, including Barack and his husband have both endorsed Kamala Harris. So you've essentially got the whole Democratic machine has endorsed her at this point in time. So I think she probably, like, smart money says she's going to be the nominee. I get that. But the Democrats I don't feel like they're trying to lose this at all. And there's a reason Joe Biden is gone. And look how quickly that happened. Joe Biden in one tweet. Joe Biden in one tweet in the span of 10 days. President Trump got shot, and Joe Biden in a tweet stepped down as the party's nominee. These things can happen quick. So I know that it's just an easy thing to go, yeah, she's clearly going to be the nominee. The Democratic Party is that they want to win this thing. Kamala is going to be a horrible candidate. She's going to be worse than Joe Biden. Right now, there's not enough information on her out there. Not enough people have heard from her. But the more you hear from her, the more you see her, the more you see her mannerisms, the more you see how stupid she is, the more you hear about her policies, that's going to have a negative effect.
You know, she was very transparent about bowing down before the body that kept kids out of school for 2 years. I thought that was a bit of a stumble on her part. It's going to be a tough sell, but I'm actually glad we're having a conversation about the issues and not about memes and personality, because we have been sold on memes. We were sold, not all of us, certainly not me, but people were sold on the kitschy idea of dark Brandon. Mm-hmm. And we don't want to be spoon-fed that again. Her record is very problematic because it's all over the map. You know, on one hand, she's a ruthless authoritarian with the people that you absolutely should not be targeting in her home state of California. On the other hand, she is an open borders Democrat who has no solution congressionally or otherwise for the border crisis that she certainly exacerbated as border czarina, which she was. That's what she was anointed. And as much as they try and scrub that history and give us a revisionist lens, she's been on the wrong side of so many issues. And the red meat thing, you know, that was a new one that a lot of people forgot about. And they don't want the government messing with their bodies. You know, if someone is so pro-abortion that their personal orthodoxy is, we're going to keep the government out of your body, out of your lower half, then the same goes for what I eat. I'm sorry.
Until it comes to eating bugs. That's a different decision. We may have to eat bugs, apparently.
Well, it's something some of us do as a fetish on the weekends.
Well,
and I mean,
no
anything
apologies. Dipped in chocolate might work.
Absolutely right.
Okay, so we also have this this vibe around her now that feels like President Biden before he dropped out and pre-debate, Charlie. It's sort of like he can do no wrong. These all are cheap fakes. These are cheap shots.
They have 100%. If you've been paying attention to social media, the full propaganda machine is now behind Kamala Harris. No doubt about that. And you had this Barack Obama Big Mike phone call with her that was clearly scripted. It was clearly organized. And that's gone mega viral on social media with them saying that they support her and they're going to do everything they can. They are doing everything in their power to make her look as competent as possible. And it's not going to last. It's not going to last. The moment that she gets on the debate stage with President Trump, he's going to annihilate her. He's going to destroy her. And yeah, I'm not convinced she's going to be the nominee. I'm just not. I know that's the smart thing to say right now, and that makes the most sense. I'm just not convinced right now. I'm just not convinced. I don't believe anything these fuckers say. How many times did Joe Biden tweet out, I'm not stepping down. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing this. You had all the Democrats rallying around him saying that he's our nominee and we support Joe Biden. And then one day, boom, he's gone. It's over. It's done. Because Joe Biden was never in control. Kamala Harris is not in control. None of them are in control. The Democrats have an entire machine behind their movement. They absolutely do. A machine.
At him, and he is with it. He's exciting. He's our guy. And then they turned on him, but now it feels like we're getting the same treatment with the vice president.
Yeah, we're going to see the biggest rewrite of a political career that the media has ever done, like since the invention of electricity. I love Kennedy's optimism that this is going to be about issues. I hope it is. I'm afraid that it's just a few of us talking about the issues. I think a lot of people are just talking about personality and the memes and stuff like that. And of course, I think that's the sort of the strategy that Democrats are playing. But this is why you have an actual campaign, why you have a primary, is so that these things, they're now in a situation where she is getting her first big exposure as a presidential candidate. And it's during the general election, and everybody is pawing through and finding all these crazy Democrat red meat policies that are going to be terrible in a general election, but she's having to struggle with them right now. That's, I mean, if you want Donald Trump to do well, that's a good thing. But I still worry that there's going to be such an effort to make this as hysterical as possible, to talk about whatever they have to talk about so that they don't have to talk about the issues. Because when you go through that list of issues that you just did, like defunding the police, open borders, abolishing private health care, the Green New Deal, all these kind of things, it's a total loser for Kamala Harris. And Trump is...
You know what's sad about this? And I'm not even joking. She would probably be worse than Hillary. I know that's a big statement, but she'd probably be worse than Hillary in terms of being, if she won president, she'd probably be worse than fucking Hillary. Like, we're talking about a very stupid person. We're talking about a very, very dumb person.
Is right on all of them.
Well, Jessica, were you surprised at all that this coalesced together as quickly as possible around the vice president? Do you think it would have been beneficial? As you know, Congressman Clyburn said, let's let them fight it out. He was supporting her, but he said it's actually good for testing her and everybody else who might be her number two through this process.
I certainly think it would have made great programming and that people would have liked to have seen it. But the truth of the matter is we don't have much time. And this was Joe Biden's decision. And the delegates, a lot of them have spoken out about this. They voted for, or they're representing Joe Biden's wishes. And he is part of the Biden-Harris administration. And in that sense, it makes sense that this was her nomination. So we have 3.5 weeks until the DNC. We have 102 days until the election. I'm fine with this. She represents a lot of where the party is, and not the Kamala Harris of 2020, but the Kamala Harris of today. And that is the maneuver that she's going to have to make. And I think,
who is the Kamala Harris of today? Who is it? What has she accomplished? Name one thing she's accomplished. Name one specific accomplishment that she has had as a vice president of the United States of America. You can't name one because there aren't any. She's only got failures. She is a complete failure across the board. I think somebody in the chat said it, but far be it from us here at CobraCast to compliment Hillary. But yes, at least Hillary was qualified. At least there were some qualifications with Hillary. Kamala Harris has done nothing. She's a bigger fraud than George W. Bush, which says a lot. Holy shit, man. Heels up Harris.
I think that she has a lot to say. I mean, if you watch the whole video, for instance, when she was talking about defunding the police, the point she was making is really salient. She was talking about what a safe neighborhood looks like, and it's not crawling with cops, right? It has great schools. It has thriving small businesses. It has really high home ownership, which has been a priority of the Biden-Harris administration to make sure that people can get on the property ladder. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, as it were, of what the Biden-Harris administration did it. The most delicious flavor of it at all. You know, they have invested more in law enforcement than any other administration in history. Donald Trump actually proposed a 58% cut to the community policing program. They put 3,700 police officers on the street through that program. Another 100,000 that came in through the Safer America plan. The American Rescue Plan had $15 billion in it for crime and policing to make sure that we have safer communities. It's a strong record to run on.
What are you
the border right now,
about,
we were talking
woman?
about this. Jennifer Griffin was tweeting about the
I love how they take these
Sinaloa cartel bosses.
They take these things that they take these bills or whatever, and they'll take like a piece out of it, that something that was rejected, and it was rejected for a whole different reason or whatever, and they'll just say like, Donald Trump cut this. Shut the fuck up. That's not what he did.
That were apprehended. She said that it was like catching Bin Laden when it comes to the war against fentanyl. That happened under the Biden-Harris administration. Encounters at the border are down 55% since the executive order.
Take it easy, Chad. Appreciate you, man.
Of hitting numbers that had wildly spiked after the Trump administration, not back down to those numbers.
I understand that, and you obviously have to acknowledge that there were huge spikes. but it doesn't mean that she's the same person that you saw in 2020. She oversaw the implementation of the policies that have led to all of these good results.
Okay, so she owns this then, all of the policies of this administration. Do you worry, Greg, that there's always that honeymoon period? We keep talking about this. It shows up for any candidate, D or R, when they're new to the race. Because it's so close to the election, do you feel there will be a full vetting of her actual record?
Well, the media always follows this predictable pattern, and I don't think the American people are going to fall for this. We're in this period of Kamala denialism, right? It's like the world is in a serious place. America is in a serious place. We have malaise, we have unrest, we have kind of a lack of adult supervision. Like who's in charge? So they need to portray her as the serious person who could handle this. But you can't do that if the person was for defunding the police, if the person was for open borders, if the person likes to take credit for the Afghanistan withdrawal, how soon are they going to rewrite that one? There's so many things that she says that contributes to her kind of unserious persona that they need to erase this stuff. And they're doing it right in front of us. You know, I talked about this before. The definition of arrogant stupidity is when you try to gaslight a bunch of people. It's like, you know, it's like those hypnotists who try to hypnotize everybody and everybody's there going, this is BS. You can gaslight one person alone. I can say to Kennedy, wear your glasses, and you're saying they're on your face. And I'll say, wear your glasses. I can get you to think maybe you're crazy, but you can't do that to millions of people. And you can't do that when there's so much evidence out.
Greg, they kind of did that. They kind of did do that. All right. They kind of made everybody wear face diapers and social distance and shut the world down and made people not go to their family members, funerals. And they kind of did do that. There. But I understand his point. I do understand his point.
It is amazing to me that the media will continue to do this. And I go back to the fact that everybody should remember what Twitter was like when it was still owned by the old crew. If it was owned by those pre-Musk people, you wouldn't see the pushback over police defunding. The borders are bailing out felons. None of that, all that stuff would be suppressed like Hunter's laptop story. It would be buried like Jimmy Hoffa. But now it's like Twitter or X has turned everybody into their own debunkers. And so I wonder how the legacy media can still maintain this gaslighting role if the public can so quickly and easily call them out on it. And it's because they just assume their allies are there for them and they can continue doing this. I mean, it is comedy to watch them do this, and they're still doing it. But I think to back to your point about the honeymoon's among the media.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's not, there's no honeymoon for people who are going to the grocery store and seeing the prices or dealing with crime in their cities or their lack of police.
And
yeah, I think the real question here is how much are they going to be able to get away with all of this Kamala Harris bullshit? How much are they going to get away with? And right now, as much as like I don't want to say it, that they're doing a good job optically. They're doing a good job optically of making her look a lot smarter than she really is. And I think a lot of it is because Donald Trump needs to get on fucking Twitter. Donald Trump needs to get back on Twitter. I would love to know a realistic, legitimate reason outside of the fact that he has ownership in True Social. Why else is he not on Twitter? Because guess what? True Social ain't going to do us no fucking favors if Kamala Harris wins. True Social's going to do nothing if she wins. We are fucked. So he needs to get back on Twitter. You guys, that's fine. It's fine if you call it X. I call it Twitter. All right. It's Twitter to me. I'm running with Twitter. I don't like calling it X. I call it Twitter and I tweet. That's what I do. Maybe that's why they haven't approved my blue check mark since I changed my profile picture. But it's Twitter to me, damn it. It's still real to me, damn it. So we'll just we'll leave it be. But right now they are winning the optics game here up front. And you've got a little bit of momentum You've got Obama, you got Big Mike, you've got the Clintons, you've got the Democratic propaganda machine. They're all running defense for Kamala Harris right now. And Trump and his social media team, and let me see if I can find it so I can show you guys what I'm talking about really quickly. Did I like the tweet? I think I might have liked it. Let me see. But the Hodge twins basically made a comment, and they were like, hey, we'll work with the Trump social media team if that's what it's going to take. Because right now, you know, Harris is crushing you guys. The Harris team is crushing you guys just on the social media side, which I do agree with. I don't see that. But Patrick Bet David had a good breakdown that I wanted to highlight really quickly. So I'll show his really quick and enhance that a little more. Okay, so this right here, I think is good. Unsolicited advice for President Trump. Kamala Harris is formidable, but she's not in your league. Her biggest strength is the entire establishment is behind her, but that alone can't beat you. However, and this is where it makes a lot of sense right here. So he's talking about their strategy and how they want to aggravate him. They hated how calm and cool you were with your speech at the RNC. It was emotional. You captivated not just the United States of America, but the world. They don't know how to beat Trump. They know how to beat the agitated Trump. Stay focused on politics. 2016 campaign was about being the underdog. You know how to win as the underdog. Some may even say it's impossible to beat you as the underdog in the underdog mentality. The favorite mentality sometimes paints you as a bully. Bullying can work when going against a bully, Biden, but Kamala is like a featherweight fighting a heavyweight, you. Fighting too aggressive can come across as a bully. You're above that. Lead with your track record. What you did with your one term was historic. Great policies that energized the nation and scared the hell out of the enemies. Great policies that helped everyone, blacks, whites, Hispanics, married or single, young or old. Stay focused on driving your policies and initiatives. And then he says, you're the one of one. There's never been one like you as president who's won in 3 different very competitive climates. You're what I call a trifecta. You won in real estate in New York. You won in the entertainment industry with The Apprentice. You won in politics. Americans know that. Both your voters and even more your enemies. Your enemies secretly envy you for being a trifecta. Let your base and voters point this out while you focus on unifying. You don't need to fight all the fights. 95% of fights can be won by your generals and representatives. You have formidable generals who are strong. Let them do the day-to-day fight. You focus on the bigger picture. Choose your enemies wisely. Small thinking, those who apologize for America's greatness, and outside countries who are trying to divide. Sell the American dream. Go through financial freedom, retiring with dignity, building great memories with kids, grandkids, and family, leaving a legacy behind, building a business as big or as small as you want, regardless of skin color, faith, or background. Why America leads in immigration. Billions of people around the world dream about having a social security number in America. 9, you are an inch away from meeting your creator. He's truly given you another chance. I don't think it's because he wants you to make another billion or another hit TV show or another hole-in-one, but maybe because he wants you to use that as a way to show that anyone can change. You could be a leader to challenge and unify the reasonable Americans. Not all. That's not possible. But the majority of people are reasonable and willing to support you. 10, trust in God. Sometimes we choose to change intentionally. Most of the time, we change due to a life-changing event. If we consider the life-changing event a possible method of how God communicates with us to change, then it's on us to trust him. In closing, nothing can be more annoying than unsolicited advice. Either way, future looks bright. I mean, he's right, man. Like everything PBD said is on point. Donald Trump is in the driver's seat right now, and he has been in the driver's seat he's always been in the driver's seat. You're dealing with a propaganda machine that they've done everything to hurt Trump, and he's still standing. I will say this, though, on one side of the equation, I agree with what Patrick Bet David is saying. On the other side of it, Donald Trump has gotten this far by not listening to anybody but himself. So there's a couple of different ways to look at that. But I think Patrick Bet David has a very level-headed take that can be very beneficial to President Trump if he was willing to go that route. But at the end of the day, I'm going to side with Trump no matter what he does. I mean, hell, I'm not a fan of his vice presidential pick, J.D. Vance, but I'm still supporting him because I support President Trump. And I'm going to continue to do just that. So I thought that was a pretty interesting, breakdown from PBD. But yes, in terms of the optics of this and everything we have going on, Trump just needs to stay the course. I do think that he made a good decision by not accepting a debate with Kamala Harris until she is the official nominee. I think that was a good decision on Trump's part, even though they're trying to play it as that he's scared. Anybody with a working brain knows that he's not scared. Anybody knows that. But, let's see. Let's see. Jeremy's, what is it? Jeremy's what? Jeremy's VDS is terminal. What do you mean? My VDS is terminal. VDS. Is that Vance derangement? Well, if it's terminal, why am I saying I support him? I said I'm not a big fan of the guy, but I'm going to support him because Trump picked him. How is that? Do you not know what TDS means, bro? TDS, a person that has TDS would never support Donald Trump in any way, shape, or form. I don't think you understand what that means. So you don't really get the whole thing about JD Vance and me. Like, I don't even, I look at the guy and I judge him on what he has said in the past. And what he said in the past was that Donald Trump is Hitler. I can't understand how you go from someone can be Hitler to the greatest president of all time. How do you get from that point to the other point? That sounds like a very emotional kind of woman behavior. Like you're lashing out really like on one direction of Trump is Hitler to Trump is the greatest. Maybe it's somewhere in between, but like when you go from one extreme to the other, I judge you as a very emotionally unstable individual. That's how I look at it. So, but Arthur Morgan, man, hang on. Please, guys, don't read this. I don't need anyone to know. Damn it. I didn't mean to highlight it. Shit. Arthur Morgan just exposed me. we're gonna clip this out. I don't want anyone to see this. I don't want anyone to see this one because this is not good. This is not good for me. This is not good. Exposed. Another YouTuber done. Is this my MrBeast moment? Have I been exposed? My Cobra empire will now collapse on me because Mr. Morgan has exposed me. The Democrat Jeremy. Let's see. Don't let Jeremy fool you. He's gay. All right, let me get to some of these super chats, you crazy mad lads, you. Oracle of Doom for 2222 says Trump going back to Butler says everything. He's got balls big enough to come in a dump truck. He's got unfinished business. That's what I call a president. Hail the MAGA King. Hail Cobra Commander. Hail the 199. Thank you. I appreciate it. Waden Hain gifts 5 more membership. Hayden, are you here? Is this you? Or is this a meme of you? You've made it when you made it when you're getting memed in the chat. So are you here, Hayden? Thank you for the 5 gifties. Let me go back up to the top here. Keck Lord says, did you see that Biden grew 6 inches? Look at the pics, conservative twins. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of those pictures going around. I mean, dude, there was one. I got to show you guys this one. I think I bookmarked it. Please tell me I bookmarked it. Like, there's some theories that are out there. I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm buying that one. This one right here was something. Okay. I could find it. Oh, come on. I know that I could have swore that maybe they deleted it. I could have, somebody had a theory about Biden that was just wild. And I was like, what? Hang on. See if I can find it really quickly. Like, some of the theories about Biden is Hayden. What up, Hayden? I see you, Hayden. So did you say if that was you or not, Hayden? Or is that like somebody memeing on you? Is that what it is? I didn't see in the chat. He's just wearing DeSantis shoes. So this one right here, if the video didn't get deleted, because I could have swore I bookmarked this one. But maybe I didn't. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this is some of the Biden theories are wild, okay? So I saw this one. Pretty interesting.
I think maybe, just maybe, we just saw the last of Jim. And I didn't misspeak. I meant Jim Carrey. Because if you don't know, this has been going on for quite a while. And if you're new here or to this theory, I've done a lot of videos on it. So go catch up real quick. But if you're not new here, I'm going to show you how this mask-loving Jim Carrey is just doing his farewell walk. Now, in my opinion, and that's all it ever is my opinion, but I like to give my opinion with evidence. Jim is retiring from this role, and he's moving on to bigger things, which I'll get to in a minute. But I've done this many times before because they create things in the past to duplicate things in the future. And did you notice that exact same forward head posture?
So this guy's theory is that Jim Carrey is actually Joe Biden. Okay. Jim Carrey is actually Joe Biden, according to this guy right here.
But I digress. And here is just more evidence that they're the same people. And I've done this many, many, many times where something he does, he has done exactly the same in a movie role. Just like here, taking his final bow before he goes behind the curtain to change roles. Maybe his biggest role ever, but be not deceived, because Satan, he masquerades as an angel of light. And what bigger light is there than JC? And I'm not talking Jim Carrey, because they've been programming this for a while. And whether it's just mockery of Jesus, or it is like I think, and it's predictive programming of a certain role that guy is going to play real soon, what I highly recommend is that you get your spiritual discernment ready, because there's something coming. I feel it, and I've been feeling it for a while. Because if you haven't noticed, things seem to be getting revved up. But as always, I know that Hollywood and the government are two completely separate things, never intermingling whatsoever. And Jim Carrey just loves to play all these different roles for Hollywood only. And their faces matching up, mouth, nose, eyes, is just a complete coincidence. Nothing to see there. And most people whose faces match up exactly perfect just happen to have the same postures too. That happens all the time. Just like it's also a coincidence that every time Joe has fallen, there's been an exact replica of when Jim has fallen in a movie or on TV. These things happen. It's just how life works. Coincidences happen. Duh.
This dude has to be trolling. Like, there's no way that this guy actually is serious. He has to be trolling. I don't know who that guy is, but he has to be trolling. I can't believe that's for real. It's good either way. It was fun. It was funny, though. Hayden Wayne for 50. I'm here, but that wasn't me laughing my ass off. Props to that dude, though. I'm setting up my laptop after seeing Deadpool and Wolverine earlier today. Review coming soon. Hey, man, I hope you enjoyed it. I had a blast watching it. Thank you, Hayden. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I had a blast watching it. It was really, really good. Love Dog says Kamala is the shiny new object for them for now, but it will not last. She has zero substance. Once people look into her, she'll be rejected. Still, we need to vote. I agree completely. Let me head back up to the top here. We've got Jonathan Gold, new member. Thank you, Jonathan. Pam H says, did you see the Kamala Dems campaign fraud news? It is as wild as the 81 million votes. I don't think I've seen that one, that story yet. RIP Jeremy for $1. Thank you. Gold Nuggets is not dead, still gay. Zao says, Trump 2024 and beyond. CobraCast 199 come through. Yes. Oh, Flex Fit hats, working on them. Working on the Flex Fit hats. Okay. I have not forgotten about you guys. Let's see. Is it Gibran? Love live Cobra Cast and Trump 2024. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. War Brer says, you may no longer see me 24/7. I am now at war. Hail the chat and the 199. Trump 2024. Jeremy, I missed the Fortnite circle jerk. Yeah, look, the new season's going to be out soon, and I'll probably get back into it. I'm really burnt out on the season they're on right now. I'm just tired of it. But I'll probably what's the mode called? Reloaded though. I mean that mode's pretty cool. Tommy Doyle says I got my first G.I. Joe game, Rise of Cobra for the Wii. Snake Eyes playable character in that game. Hell yeah, enjoy it, man. Bird Up says, let Jay cook. Keenan says, remember in your thumbnails, you had one hand over your mouth and the other hand over the thumb down. Are you going to do that again? Maybe. I'm stuck on the whole, like that one right there. Like I'm stuck on that thumbnail. I'll just keep using that one because it works. But I'll change it up eventually, probably. Gungo Max says, I'm convinced that wasn't Biden from the Oval Office. It was Frank Luntz in a mask from his replica room. Prior to Vegas says, I thought the Kamala as president scares the crap out of me. Yeah, the thought of her, yes, I agree. Really Now says he was explaining why they call it dead naming. Oh, is that it? Is that what it was? Okay, see, again, I saw it all out of context. The way, and this isn't necessarily a criticism of Elon, but Elon does speak very weird. It's the way Elon speaks. He speaks very strangely. And I think it's because he tries to think about everything he says and the way he says it. So sometimes there's long pauses in between when he says stuff, and it makes it very confusing when you see it in shorter snippets for sure. So again, that's not a criticism. Elon's one of the smartest people on the fucking planet. Okay. But he does, he is a very like his strange speech pattern. And it wasn't always like that. When he was younger, he actually spoke a lot more direct and eloquently. But as he's gotten more famous and a little older, his speech patterns are very, very hard to follow sometimes. And but again, that's not a criticism. So let's see. Your Barmy says, imagine it was your kid. Easy way to understand. Defending True says, Elon building rockets to get away from his fig son. Musk was talking about dead naming. Okay, yeah, you guys are educating me on that now. Okay. Axel Jen says Elon meant the commie gobbledygook called his son. Okay, gotcha. I understand now. Class says woke Olympics inauguration was horrible. I saw enough to know I didn't want to see any more. I saw enough to know the Olympics is bad right now. Very bad. Let's see. Frog says Trump hasn't done anything for us. Frog, you're a retard. I mean, as easily as I can say that, you are an absolute fucking retard. So you're a retard. So there you go. And when I mean you're a retard, I mean you are actually retarded. So just to put clarity on that, just want to be very, very clear about that. Your Barmy says people are scared of common sense all by design. Ian says, not only did Trump walk out to 50 Cent at his rally, but this absolute Chad is returning to my hometown, the place he got shot. Next level gangster. Well, I'm fairly certain that the clip that you saw was edited. I do not think that he actually walked out to 50 Cent Mini Men. I think that was an edited clip, if I'm not mistaken. I think that if you're seeing the one that I saw going around, it was actually edited. Stone Farmer says, Hail 199, I'm going to have to buy my membership to avoid Hayden 75's curse. Totally not gay. Thank you. I saw a 20 come in. Blackguard says Dick Cheney has been the VP in recent history that I believe actually had authority. Yes, Dick Cheney would be let me think about this for a minute. If we're thinking about every vice president in my lifetime, Dick Cheney is probably the only one, that actually had any real authority. And not only did he have authority, Dick Cheney actually ran shit. Dick Cheney actually ran stuff. George W. Bush was just a front man because he had the Bush last name and he had the good old boy mentality. My fucking camera died on me. Yes, I know. My camera keeps dying on me. So I'll fix it, though. Give me a minute. But yeah, I would say for sure. What was that movie where Christian Bale was Dick Cheney? You remember that? I don't know if you guys remember that. It was what movie was that where Christian Bale was Dick Cheney? Now I got to fix the focus. There we go. Vice. Okay. Vice. Yeah, I'm quality stream, says Demio. Yeah, I'm returning the camera. I can't. I'm not spending that much money on that camera. I can't do it. Can't justify it, man. So we're sticking with the broken camera. Still a little bit out of focus too, isn't it? Let's see. There we go. Okay. Aided Clock says, Mr. Weak Chin says, Slain Hope says, it seems like 3 out of 10 YouTubers are creepers. I mean, the reality of it is we are now at a point in time where you have more successful people than we've ever had. And a lot of them don't deserve it. A lot of them are kids that played fucking Minecraft and became multimillionaires, at the age of like 20. And they don't know how to deal with it, man. They don't know how to deal with it. They're not like the normal path of life is that you were supposed to work hard and earn your way through things and learn through trial and error. And we're at a point where we have these 18-year-old kids that are playing video games and becoming multimillionaires. And they don't know what it's like to go through life. They have no real life that they've experienced to teach them to deal with what they have been blessed to have. And it's a really weird dynamic. I've talked about this many times with me. I mean, I created Geeks and Gamers back in 2011. I didn't make a penny from it profit-wise until like 2018. It was like mid 2018 before I actually saw like any real profit. And so that's like, you do the math of how long, 7 years or whatever of just losing money and failing. Not really failing. I guess failing's the wrong word, but if you're talking about from a business standpoint, failing. But my passion and my belief for what I was doing is the thing that carried me through. And I learned along the way. I learned what to do, what not to do, what does work, what doesn't work, how to become a better leader. I passed up opportunities at my real job in terms of like promotions and things because I'm like, no, I have a vision for what I want to create, and I'm going to continue to move in that direction. So I've talked about how I was happy that I didn't become, I don't like to call myself successful because I don't feel like I'm successful as much as I'm glad that I succeeded at a later point in life with this online business and online world, because if it would have happened to me when I was younger, I don't know if I would have known how to deal with it or I would have been good at dealing with it. So going through things like working, a bunch of fucking retail jobs and delivery jobs and construction and forklifts and all of that, like that teaches you life lessons in different capacities about how to deal with people and individuals and things like that. You have all these 20-year-old Minecraft players that are multimillionaires and they don't know anything about life. Nothing. East Coast Toasted Boy says PewDiePie is what MrBeast wishes he was. Kamala Toe can't stay in that position unless she's on her knees, and Dan Bask is more of a man than Chris is. Thank you, East Coast Toasted Boy. Samuel says, follow up, depending on the state, if you don't allow it and they are teens, you can have them taken away from you and you can be jailed even. I think there is even a dad who had it happen in Texas. I believe you're right about that, actually. I believe you're right about that. Grant Potato says, Timothy 6:10, for the love of money is the root of evil. MrBeast is only concerned with making money. I don't think MrBeast is only concerned with making money. I think MrBeast is concerned with being a celebrity, an internet celebrity. I think that is his focus. And, that would be my thing is like, yeah, obviously he wants money too, but I think he wanted fame. I think he wanted internet fame. He wanted to be the guy. He wanted to be a internet celebrity, and he became that. So, Savvy's Greek feet for $2. Thank you. Maximus BT says, where my breeds at? East Coast Toasted Boy says, please, Jeremy, I'd rather listen to Dan than her. Bird Up says, in the past 2 days, I've blocked a bunch of Kamala ads and they keep popping up like a whack-a-mole. How many YouTube ads did that twat buy? They're the full Democratic propaganda machine is behind her right now. Ira Brownridge says, Kamala Toe not earning her way. Are we surprised? Not at all. Iram says, why didn't the Dems nominate Hillary again? I'm not convinced that they're not going to, nominate her yet. John says, Democrats released a crazy shill attack over the internet and the media just like that. KC Cheeto says, Kamala Harris didn't earn anything. Her knees did. Hail the 199. Alex McCarthy says, watching a Kamala rally is more painful than being a quadriplegic. LOL. 99. Alex, you mad lad. Gary Gilbert says, what if Deep State takes out Kamala, blames MAGA? They were going to blame Iran for Trump if they succeeded. They then appoint who they really want. Nothing's off the table right now, and that's what's scary about all of this. Darth Racer says, Jeremy, the reason Dems are better at social media is because they have 85% of the media. What they don't have is the truth. That's true. But Trump could be on Twitter right now, and it would help. Amenti says, swapping candidates late in the game works in the Dems' favor with their ignorant herd behavior, voter base, and time information work against them. Drew Barr with a member message and a new membership. Thank you, Drew Barr. Patriot Roy D says, thank you for your streams, Jeremy. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. Hyde Key says, so Jessica is okay with the Democrats overthrowing democracy in their own party. What? Is that the Fox News deal? Is that what you're talking about? General T, member message. Thank you. Coop says, if Trump waits to get back on Twitter to counter the October surprise, Trump wins. Oh, stop making trans look smart. John says, Twitter has that censorship-filled extreme leftist crap. It's X now. Give Elon the respect that was earned. It's really not about, like, I don't call X Twitter to be disrespectful. It's just that's what it is, man. I just can't just change my language because you know, or it's almost like anything else. I'm not calling Chris Tyson a she. Okay, not doing it. I do not comply. But that's a different, I'm not saying that to be disrespectful either, as much as that's just reality. My mind is programmed to, I'm going to call it Twitter because it's Twitter. And I think X just isn't the greatest name, and it's so like could apply to so many things. Maybe I will get to the point of calling it that. Hell, it took me 20 years to call the WWE I used to call it WWF. It took like 20 years before I instinctively would call it WWE. It took a long, long time. But Bird Up says, I've noticed on the stream forums that nearly everyone who is supporting Cackles the Clown over Trump aren't even American. Burrito Man, Mr. Thank you for becoming a member, the member message. Shaky Owen says, only Biden calls Twitter X. Nice Ben says, why are there not daily press conferences on Trump assassination? They have changed the narrative. Unbelievable. I agree. The fact that this is just kind of gone away is insane to me. And it's up to us to keep that moving forward. I know Benny Johnson's been doing a good job of staying on that. As a matter of fact, Island Girl just sent this. Jeremy, did you see Benny's videos from today investigating the shooting? I haven't watched them yet, but I will, and I'm very happy that he and the Quartering and others are keeping the narrative going because we need to. Shadow Sand says Jeremy loves playing Eiffel Tower with Ben and Beardo. Axel Jensen says they Cobra is a non-binary Democrat snake. Emilio with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Chris says, I found out when I argue with Trump wording the opposition freezes. The greatest thing you've ever seen in history of this nation. Try it. Noted. RIP Jeremy says, where's the numbers video? Numbers video. What are you talking about? Grand Potato says, Jeremy, in 2016, when I voted for Trump, I honestly thought I was voting for the lesser of two evils. It wasn't until I began to watch Crowder that I noticed that Trump wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. I understand that. But it's different that, like, I don't really care that JD Vance said whatever he said about Trump and he turned the corner. But now he's the vice president. And I think that I know people have said he's explained it, but I've heard like him say like interviews where he's answered the questions and stuff, but I just believe that you should go as far as to disprove what you were trying to prove. So if you went hard calling Trump all these horrible things, then, you know, maybe a lot of people's eyes he has, but that's just such a weird reach for me, man. It's a weird reach. But if he's not the vice president, I don't really give a shit. But he's the vice president now for Donald Trump. So it makes me question, like, what is this guy's deal? Why would he do these? Why would he say these horrifically terrible things? And now he's Trump's next in line now? That's a lot. That's a big leap. That's a big leap. TC Josh is glad I finally got back to Panama City. Living in Maine for 2 years made me realize how happy I am not to see the LGBTQ churches and see normal people again. Hail the 199. Hey man, I lived in Panama City for like 15 years. Panama City, Florida. I lived there for a long time. I love Panama City. I haven't been there in a while, especially after the hurricane kind of leveled the area several years ago. I'd like to go back. I know that the mall in Panama City closed down, which is crazy to me. I don't know if they've reopened that mall. Like the mall shut down, which is wild. But yeah, I spent a lot of time in Panama City, in Panama City Beach. Keck Lord says, Hawk, a 2-up for Prez. She will get the other leaders to come around to peace. Celluloid Dream for 199. Hayden Wayne for 20. I'm in my 30s. I love making content so much that I've got Starlink now. Trump made me eat up my hotspot. Here we go with content though. It's fun as fuck, and if I can pay a bill eventually, that's good enough for me. That's what's up, Hayden. I'm glad you're doing it, man. I'm glad you're doing it. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, let's go to Rumble really quick. And I know I got some more. Why does it not keep up with everything on Rumble? It drives me crazy when it does this. Come on, Rumble, fix your shit. The extension, anyway. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Oren Pack says still no beard of shame yet, Jeremy. Bring back the pain train. Why am I getting? I'm just getting a ton of text messages. I see who's mentioning me now. Let's see. Yeah, it's AI. That's really all it comes down to, and just putting resources in other places. Johnny Whiskett says the Olympic ceremony has two sides showing different stuff: the laser show and the drag show. Are those during intermissions? Also, I thought Paris is a war zone with Muslim riders. How is it safe now? Amazing how that works, isn't it? Eric K says if it was an Obama hotel, he would have been speaking the truth if he said, I feel kind of like a gay man now. Bronsonite says Shackles Summer, cancel Netflix, and then hail the 199 in a German accent. Thank you, Bronsonite. Nagranal says, I don't know if you saw my DM, but Lethal never said he was mad at you for not talking about Mr. Is it TL Telexify on G&G. That super chat was way out of context. You can even ask Josiah. He was on the stream with Lethal. Oh yeah, all good, man. I will say all of Lethal's friends fucking hate me and hate Geeks and Gamers, though. They make that very well known. Every time I turn around, those fucking losers are talking shit about the chat, or they go on our Discord and cry, and they whine, and they talk about how they didn't understand the MCU fan was a fucking meme. They took it seriously. A bunch of fucking retards. But really low T male Fox News host speak with the high pitch, out of breath voice. You may be gay, Jeremy, but they were lower T. Thank you. Nagranal says, but Kamala knows that AI is 2 letters and what color her suit is and her pronouns, and the wheels on the bus go round and round. Why wouldn't you vote for her? I know. Why wouldn't you vote for her? Vault 95 says Trump is doing a rally square up because the last Butler rally got ruined. He has that D-Day Cobra YouTuber energy. PJ says Benny and a few others have the donation fraud story, and I know it's been a while, but did you just call me Pam on YouTube? Shaking my head. Did I? I don't know. Did I? I just read the super chat, so I don't know. I don't know what it said exactly. It's whatever it showed up for. Mo Zamboni says women libs dislike Trump because they still believe the corporate media's lies and are weaklings who dislike crap talking giga chads. Peace through strength. What's up, Mo Zamboni? Is it Shoosh? It says amen about learning life lessons from jobs. Worked at gas stations, Walmart, and healthcare. You learn a lot about people. You do. You absolutely do. And it's something that a lot of people are not having the opportunity to do. Mike says, I dig the hoodie. Where can I get one? Trump 2024. This is an old Geeks and Gamers hoodie that I've been rocking lately. Merch is something that we've been putting at the forefront lately. So we are focused on getting a lot more merch rolled out. So the more you guys are vocal about stuff. So if this is something you guys want to see, we've got some hats that we're working on. And do I have it here? Somebody sent me something. Let me show you guys what someone sent me. Hang on. All right. I don't know if you're in the chat or not, but I have multiple versions of this. This is amazing, okay? Someone sent this to me, all right? Look at that. Look at that. Come on, man. That is awesome. He sent multiple ones. That is freaking cool as hell. All right. And so it's made me think, like, should we do we've talked about maybe doing like a hockey jersey, like a Geeks and Gamers hockey jersey or something like that. What up, DJ Scandalous? How you doing, man? But yeah, that's cool, man. That's awesome. So I've got multiple ones of that. I don't want to give your name out, but I did get the letter that you sent. So like you sent those with the letter. I salute you. That is amazing. And I really appreciate it. But that's really cool. It's really cool. So yeah, I know there's a lot of, like, we've dropped the ball on merch and we're trying to get that turned around. And so that's something I'm definitely focusing on. Celluloid Dream says, oops, forgot to call you gay. Thank you. Bird Up says stream forums, Steam forums, not stream forums. I don't know if I said it wrong or if you typed it wrong. I apologize. 3 says, I think it's better for Donald Trump to let Kamala honeymoon calm down before paying her any attention. She's not even the nominee yet. Ignore her for now. She craves the reaction. Strike strategically. Probably a damn good idea from you. Blackguard says Dems are in a tough spot. They could accept Kamala as nominee, but they could also go for Miss Clinton, but then they would or could be labeled as racist according to their own rules. I don't know. They change the rules daily. Yeah, that's where I if you think Kamala is going to be the nominee, I totally understand where you're coming from. I am not convinced she's going to be the nominee. I'm just not. I can't convince myself to think that I just can't convince myself. I hope she is. Let me be clear, because she's a terrible candidate. She's awful. It's a dream come true to have her as the nominee. That's why I think like they've just thrown her out there because number one, the Democrats are always playing games. And what did I say? It was after the debate, and I said this. When the media turned on Biden, I couldn't believe it. And that was even after I predicted that Biden wouldn't be the nominee. But how quickly the media turned on Biden and even a lot of the Democrats. And I'm like, whoa, I did not expect this. I did not expect that. And so and then not long after that, Joe Biden steps down over a tweet. So these things can happen so quickly right now. Right now, you've got the Democratic Party. You remember Barack Obama and Bill Clinton and Hillary, the whole Democratic machine all had Joe Biden's back after that debate disaster. But the media and a lot of prominent serving Democrats right now were all turning on him. And there was a reason why Barack Obama and Bill Clinton and all these other idiots were out there talking about how Joe's still the man to lead our country and all of that, because they were playing the game, because they had a plan in mind. And then I can't tell you the amount of people that told me Joe Biden's not stepping down. Joe Biden's not stepping down. It's not happening, Jeremy. They can't do it. It's too late. This, that, or the other. And I'm like, guys, it's the Democrats. It's the Democrats. The Democrats can do whatever they want. They've proven it time and time again. And they're not just going to let Trump win. They're just not going to step aside. And they have literally given themselves the worst candidate possible. The worst candidate possible. They have given themselves. I do not believe that they're going to stick with her. I just don't. I hope they do. I hope they do. But I don't believe they will. Let's see. My Reality for 20 says, been loving the pop culture and political streams. Glad you like the jersey I sent. Yes. I hope the boys love theirs too. I have not given them theirs yet. I will be getting those to Orlando soon. So freaking cool, man. I really appreciate it. So yeah, right here. Here we go. This is just cool as hell, man. Look at that. That is awesome. And there we go. And I've got another 199 design we're working on. A new 199 design. That's right. Okay. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Exercise Machina says, I was a never Trumper. He grows on you like a beard. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Christopher Gonzalez is coming at you with another video. And today, let's see. Grand Potato says, are you going to put a chick in it and make it gay and lame? You fuck that bitch, says Krista Nova in the house. Is Krista Nova here? Let's see. Elite Neo for 50 says, still make periodic visits to Panama City to hang with my crew there. Mall is pretty much closed for keeps. As much as Hurricane Michael rocked PC to its core and changed the landscape forever, they're still thriving and rose above. Panama City strong. I can't believe the mall closed for good. That is crazy. Was that because of the hurricane, or Was there crime and stuff going on at that point in time? Like, it's so crazy that the mall is completely shut down in Panama City. That is wild. Although it happened in Montgomery, Alabama, too. Shockingly enough, you know, I guess when you have a bunch of people get raped at the mall, they want to shut it down. That's what happened. Elite Neo says, pretty much just like Hurricane Ivan did to the University Mall here. Okay, I gotcha. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Let's see. We've got Wolf says, I understand where you're coming from with Harris, but I think after getting rid of one presumptive nominee, they can't do it again and look stupid. And I hope you are right. I can't stress that enough. I can only say like what I'm thinking. And I look at Kamala Harris and she's so bad. She's a bad candidate. I don't think people understand just how bad she is. She is incredibly unlikable. Her polling numbers are awful. She couldn't even stay in the primaries, for crying out loud, against a crowded field of Democrats, of fellow unlikable Democrats. She's a bad candidate. And so that to me is where I'm just like, what is happening? How do they feel good about this? Now, you know, a few days ago, we got the reports from the New York Times that Barack Obama was not happy at all. And then, of course, a couple days later, we get that cringe, video that basically, I don't know if you guys saw the video. I'm not going to put you through that to watch that video. But yeah. Now, look, okay, a lot of people are playing this video. I'm almost certain Trump did not come out to 50 Cent. I'm almost certain he did not. But there's a lot of edited videos that's saying that he came out to 50 Cent. I don't think he did. But if you guys want to, can somebody look that up for sure to tell me? But I think that it's edited. I don't think Trump came out to many men. DJ Scandalous right there. No, he didn't, but it's funny. It is funny, and it would be awesome if he actually did it. But I don't think he did. Oh, man. Crazy stuff indeed. Let me see. There was one other thing I wanted to show you guys. If I can find it. It's under my bookmarks. That's not it. Oh, there's the video of look at this. This is what we're dealing with right here. Look at this. Politico. Kamala Harris faces greater security risks because she's a woman and a person of color. And the Secret Service is almost certainly taking that into account, said retired agent Jeff James. It's amazing, dude. It's amazing the amount of lies that they will spread. The Democratic propaganda machine is at an all-time high right now. Imagine being retarded enough to believe that. Holy crap. Jesus. And yes, the ratio is glorious. They got crushed for it, as they should have. But man, let me pull that back up. I mean, just and what was that poll where there was like 30% of Democratic voters thought that Trump set up his own, it was organized, his assassination attempt was staged. And I'm like, what? We are dealing with some of the dumbest fucking people on the planet. See, this is where some of the effects are happening. Polymarket says presidential election odds on the 22nd, Trump 64% chance of winning, Kamala 29. On the 26th, Kamala up 11 points, Trump down 5 points. Again, Trump still has a very good lead, and this is the best bump she's going to get, by the way. This is the best bump she's going to get. She is not going to maintain this at all. Right now, they're in the honeymoon phase. And so it's not, there's no way this is going to last. Not even close. But it is something to pay attention to right now. I didn't see this clip earlier. I don't know if this is old or new, but I want to watch this. So this is why Mike Tyson is voting for Trump. Michael Rappaport tried to convince him he was racist. Iron Mike wasn't having it, as Donald Trump was one of the only prominent figures who vouched for Mike when he was at his lowest. I'm pretty sure this is old, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Here we go.
It's going, right?
Holy shit, that's loud. Hang on. So adjust that really quickly. Is that better?
But I like Donald Trump. You know, Donald Trump stood up for me when they talked bad about me, and people said, "What do you think about this convicted rapist?" Said he was for you. He responded. He said, "I'm a." He accepted my vouching for it. He accepted that and said, "Mike is my friend," and I respected that.
Mike Tyson was greeted at his door at 1 o'clock in the morning by a woman. He then...
We don't need to go through the case again.
It's ridiculous. The woman was dancing at 8 o'clock, and this guy's in jail for 6 years. I don't understand it. I think it's wrong. I mean, their defense essentially was that anybody that goes out with Mike Tyson knows she's going to be... This is his defense. I think it was a horrible job they did.
But listen, you look at a guy like me, where I came from, all the felons I got. This guy's president. He's a nominee. He's just campaigning. He's not president yet, but he's just campaigning. He says all these, cool things. I like Mike Tyson. He likes me. We're both, it's good stuff. And it's campaign. And then what am I going to say? Fuck him. He's a racist pig. I can't find myself to say that.
Right.
I can't say that.
Right.
I can't say that.
Right.
I'm not gonna be one of those guys to say that. I can't say that. I can't listen. A lot of my people from my community turns against me. Turn their back on me for my rape conviction. I don't want to hear that shit.
Hell yeah, man. Look at Trump. Trump has always had such a level head. And just like level-headed takes on everything. And even all the way back then, if you've been watching Trump for any significant amount of time, you would know that because it's just, yeah, a lot of people are running with this. I can't play it, but everybody's running with this. Everybody's running with this clip right here saying Trump came out to many men, but I don't think right here. That's Owen Schroyer saying it right here. I don't.
States, Donald J. Trump.
You can tell it's edited. You can tell it's edited. That was at his rally in that we covered here, I think, right? Was it North Carolina? I can't remember. But yeah, so that's clearly, clearly edited, peeps. But a lot of people are running with it. So I'm like, what are y'all doing? All right. So updated stuff. What is this? Kamala's not ready. It says Breakfast Club says that Kamala's not ready. Let's hear this one really quick.
Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your name, bro?
My name's Callie. What's up? Good morning. How y'all doing?
Callie, good morning. What's your thoughts, brother?
Callie. Hey, man, I just want to say y'all the GOAT. Y'all been helping me survive mornings for a decade now from college to work. So I just want to say that.
We old, baby. Let's go.
Man.
Thank you, Callie.
Just new, but we old. We old.
Hey, man, oldness is greatness, You
already know.
I don't think America is ready. I don't think America's ready for a female president. You know what? I'm a black man, and I absolutely do not want another Democratic president in there. I think we should give the Republicans another try. There's a lot of agendas that the Democratic Party has kind of put into place that I don't support. I think they're destroying the black man.
Okay, first of all, it has nothing to do with America being ready for a female president, okay? How about women just aren't ready to be president and there probably never will be? How about that, okay? It has nothing to do with America not being ready.
Destroying the black family. I think they're ruining our country. And if you're living in New York like I am, man, this place is a financial nightmare, not to mention crime. I think if we put Trump back in there, man, it's going to be amazing. Kamala cannot do what he's going to do to bring this country back to where it needs to be. And this is not a race thing, because that's the number one thing they like to say when they talk about Trump and how he's a criminal and blah, 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 blah. I don't think any of that matters. His policies are what we need to focus on, and he's going to get us back where we need to go. Kamala is not ready.
Hey, not ready. You just get ready. Like, what you talking about? She know what she up against. Like, you just get ready. I don't understand. Like, she not ready. How y'all gonna tell somebody not ready?
What? Someone said Carrie Lake is how would I feel about Carrie Lake as president? Well, I mean, are you asking me Carrie Lake versus Trump? Then I'm picking Trump every time. Are you asking me Carrie Lake versus Joe Biden? Then I'm going to pick Carrie Lake. But just because there's an exception, it doesn't change the rule. There are exceptions, but it still does not change the rule. And I still stand by that. You know, men are just more. Men should just be in these positions of president of the United States. Women have proved it. Like, who's the two women that you guys have given us? Hillary Clinton and Kamala? That's the best of the best? Huh? Really? And then if you want to go to the Republican side, you gave us Sarah fucking Palin. Sarah Palin was an idiot. Sarah Palin was an idiot. But if you're asking me, do you want Carrie Lake versus, I don't know, like Carrie Lake versus literally any male Democrat, I'm going to take Carrie Lake. But if you're talking about Carrie Lake versus Vivek, I'll take Vivek. Carrie Lake versus, and now as president, you got to understand, there's a whole difference between who I would like as Trump's vice president versus who I'm asking for. So you're asking me for president. I would take Vivek as president over Carrie Lake. I would take Ron DeSantis as president over Carrie Lake. All right, I just would. I would take Ben Carson. I would take Byron Donalds. I would take, a plethora of the men that are in the Republican Party over Carrie Lake as president. But if you're talking about Trump's VP, I definitely wanted Carrie Lake for Trump's VP. It's all it is. That's all I'm looking for. It's just someone that is loyal, and that's it. All right, let's see here. I don't want to scroll Twitter because ain't no telling what we're gonna see. All right, so you got all this stuff going on. Pennsylvania Democrats say Biden fared better against Trump than Kamala. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Let's hear this one. Okay, here we go. Let's hear this. Here we go.
No.
Tell me what.
No, I don't think a lot of men will vote for Harris. I just don't. Whether you're Democrat, Republican, whatever, I just don't think the majority of men are ready for a female president. No.
Tell me what.
No.
It's not about like, are men ready for a female president? That's not really the question. But hey, at the end of the day, I mean, this is what we were dealing with, though. So this man does not know where he's at. Okay, hang on, I'm trying to adjust. Look how he walks, dude. Look how he walks. It's so bad. It's Jim Carrey. Good old Jim. Good old Jim Carrey. Holy crap. Yeah, I feel like, if you guys were wondering, this is what's going on at the Olympics right tonight.
This is not okay. It's just not.
I got a better. This is what seeing this. This is what I want to do.
Hollywood's telling us this is the only discussion.
Good Lord, man. Just disgusting. Absolutely sick in every possible way. The hell is going on, man? What is this? Are these Harris supporters? Did I read that correctly?
You ain't got a fucking job. Yeah. You fucking camera down. Put the fucking camera down. Officer. You ain't got a fucking job. Yeah. You fucking camera down. Put the fucking camera down. Officer.
I don't know what I'm looking at here. Kamala Harris activists showed up to harass and intimidate Trump volunteers in Philadelphia today. Completely unacceptable behavior, especially after Trump was nearly assassinated 2 weeks ago. I don't really understand the full context there, though. I don't really understand the full context there. So let's see here. All right. There. I'm seeing if there's anything else to talk about that's showing up on my feed. Let me catch up on the chat really quick before we end this bad boy. Bird Up says, we've had 4 years of bad candidate being in the White House. Don't underestimate Cackles the clown. You're not wrong. Axel Jensen says, the unlikable, the unlikables is the great term, or the great team name for Kamala. Zach says, had a viral tweet yesterday suggesting that PDFs deserve to go to the wood chipper, and the amount of people that were defending PDFs is disgusting. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. Whoa, fucking camera. All right, we're going to the cheapo now. We're going to the cheapo camera. We're going to the cheapo camera. Cheapo camera is engaged now. Boom. There we go. My fucking camera sucks. Sarah says, Roseanne always says that Biden is Jim Carrey in a mask. Does she? I haven't even heard that. Nate says, hail the 199 for 1 year of gifted memberships. Ain't that that's how it works around here, man. Skippy says, why don't they call Kamala Asian woman, first woman and Asian president if she won? They just keep changing it up. Let's see. Nerd, what's up, Nerd Wars? With the gifted membership, Nerd Wars in the house. How you doing, brother? 8 o'clock says, I love how 1 month ago Trump goes into the lion's den at the CNN debate, but once he wants a Fox News debate, he's running away. Wait, what now? I love how, yeah. I mean, they love to switch the narrative constantly. RIP Jeremy says, Republican rep that shoots guns in her ad for Prez. I don't know a lot about her. She seems she seems good at getting, traction on social media, but I don't know much about her. Slain Hope says, Trump wants USA to win. Libs want to sell it off. And then RIP Jeremy says, thanks for the new pick. You guys are crazy, dude. I'm always happy to provide some new memes for the peeps around here. That's how we roll, man. New memes. Memes make the internet go around, okay? Memes make the internet go around. Let's see. All right. Jeremy's camera just exposed him as a hologram. Yeah, are people not aware? Let's see. Hang on. Somebody said something in the chat. Are people not aware Jim Carrey already has played Joe Biden in an SNL skit? I don't know that off the top of my head, although I haven't watched this. Like, I don't know if is that like something he's done in the past, like 4 years, or is it something like he did way back in the day? I don't think I'm aware of that. Tweeted Tone says, how about some freaking gaming streams, Jeremy, you darn fig? I'd forgive you with the Jeremy Osteen, though. Not tonight, because I do have a lot of... What's up, Vic Whiplash? Vic Whiplash is here. I've got a lot of yard work to do tomorrow. I have like almost 215 by 15 pavers that I'm going to be installing through the backyard tomorrow. And it will be fun in the hot Florida sun. But yeah, that's going to be I think it's like 200. I think it's like 200 and something total 15 by 15 pavers. Prison yard. Mexicans have a lot of work to do tomorrow. Jeremy does yard work. One of my most viewed videos on Geeks and Gamers was, so I was what was I doing? I think I was cutting the grass, and like a trailer had dropped, and I ran in, and I had my camo boots on, and I had my hat on backwards, and I had like I don't know if I had a t-shirt on or something, and I did a reaction to, I think it was the Batwoman trailer. And yeah, it was the Batwoman trailer, and that got like 200 something thousand views because I got a phone call, people like, the Batwoman trailer just dropped, Jeremy, you got to go react to it. And I'm like wearing my gear that I do yard work in, and I did a reaction to it. Because it doesn't really matter what you wear. Vic Whiplash with 10 gifted memberships. Let's go. Vic, how you been, man? Good to see you here, brother. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Appreciate you as always. Axel Jensen says Jeremy's own camera just overexposed him. The Ray Infinity Show says, got into an argument with a liberal woman about me saying that as bad as birth rate decline is, I'm glad it's mostly liberals who aren't having kids. Yeah, I mean, Twitter's a shit show. What is Facebook like these days? I'm actually curious what Facebook is like these days, because I haven't been on Facebook in a while. But is it more conservative or is it more liberal over there on Facebook? I'm actually curious about that. Maddening 419 says, you're not a young man. Here's $5 towards hired labor tomorrow. Yeah, I wish it was hired labor. It won't be, unfortunately, though. It will not be. Facebook is pathetic. Facebook isn't too bad now. It's horrible. Liberal. Facebook is still gay. Conservative, nothing new. Facebook is bad. Liberal, Facebook is bad, dude. Very pro-Trump. Man, there's a lot of different reactions to this. I mean, look, Ben Shapiro has literally built his whole following off of Facebook with the Daily Wire paying for ads so that he can boost, his persona over there, and become really, really famous from that perspective. Ryan says, not sure if y'all seen this, but Amazon Prime series called Upload in season 1, episode 1, 5:30 timestamp is an Oprah Kamala 2024 poster. Really interesting. You remember when Oprah used to love President Trump? She had Donald Trump on her show multiple times, talking about how, you should really run for president, and everybody wants you to run for president, yada yada yada. And of course, now Oprah doesn't mention President Trump because she's not allowed to. But she loved President Trump back in the day. She loved him. Interesting how that works, isn't it? All right. Facebook depends on who you are friends with and what groups you're in. Yeah, that's true, because it's not an open forum. It's been so long. So, I mean, Facebook has changed so much. The rare couple of times I've signed into it, it's just like, it's so much different than it used to be. It's so weird. By the way, my boy, Tua Tagovailoa signed a 4-year extension with the Miami Dolphins. He's the 3rd highest paid quarterback in the NFL now. Let's fucking go. I'm happy about that. So I'm happy about that. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. I know most people don't give a shit. You're like, shut up about the sports ball, Jeremy. Don't you say that, overpaid, not so average Jeff. Tua's the man. All right. He's the man. Look at all you overrated. No. You guys are going to be apologizing to me when he wins the Super Bowl. Okay. You guys are going to be apologizing to me when he wins the Super Bowl. Okay. What the fuck is sports? Tweeted Tone. What did you say? Didn't you make a comment on my Deadpool and Wolverine video? You were talking such shit about me too. What did you say? You said something like, I'll never trust Jeremy's movie opinion again since The Last Jedi or something like that. Like, damn, Tweeted Tone. Talking all that shit. I saw your comment. I saw it. Mr. Beautiful, get out of here with that. All right. Mods, if we can ban Mr. Beautiful. Yeah, that is hate speech. We do not allow hate speech in the very respectable Cobra Cash chat. Okay. We do not accept hate speech. Okay. We only accept Roll Tide. Okay. That's it. The Swill says, I might be moving to Pensacola within the next year, Jeremy. Hell yeah. You got to go to Flounders. Eat you some seafood. It's just really good. Let's see. I'm just trying to hang out with you guys for a few minutes, catch some non-super chats. Ray Infinity says, I'm a Cowboys fan, but Tua is my ninja. Tua's awesome, man. Legendary Alabama career. I know he still had some injuries at Alabama, but he was legendary. Brando says, go Gators. I don't hate the Gators. I hate Auburn. I don't hate the Gators. Jeremy, Tua has never lost to Belichick. That's right. Sports ball completely lost me in 2020. I totally understand that. We're just doing rapid fire questions. I'm just trying to catch the ones that comes by. So if you got rapid fire, let's do rapid fire. Jeremy never reads regular comments, only super chats. What am I doing right now? Mo Zamboni, shut your mouth. Isaiah says, just saw Deadpool. Fun, great movie. It really is. I would recommend it if you're on the fence. I had a lot of fun with it. Devin says, Jeremy, why are you a fig? Jeremy is a fig? Why are you gay? Let's see. What's on your fantasy Fortnite team? Well, it would just be my normal crew. So I think the best crew, it's got to be me and Jay and Krista. And then who's the third? Probably Beardo, unfortunately. Although, you know what? You know who was awesome? Rolo. We need to get Rolo back on those. Rolo is a damn good Fortnite player. So maybe we can get Rolo. Maybe I'll get Rolo. Rolo was really freaking good. Hailstorm. No, fuck Hailstorm. Hailstorm's a horrible person. Hailstorm's a terrible person. He's evil. I did see that video with Trump and Bryson DeChambeau, and it is fantastic. Yeah, Disparu is really good. Disparu is really, really good at Disparu's good at all video games. It's not just Fortnite. Like Disparu's too good at video games. He's too good. But yeah, if you have not seen that video with Trump and Bryson DeChambeau, it's amazing. It really is. Jeremy, I got a green name now. It is so awesome that the dude that probably thank you for everything. Hey, I'm happy you got you a green. The gifted memberships, man. People are very generous here in the Snake Pit. Okay, they're very generous. Let's see. You need to get Riva back on Fortnite. I should get Riva back on Fortnite. Let's see. I mean, when you surround and play with Jay and Beardo, anyone else is a god at gaming. I never get a membership in Nerdrotics chat. Well, you get them here. You get them here. RIP Jeremy says, I'm broke. This is the most generous chat I have seen. A certain Fox VTuber is second. We got to stay number one. We got to stay number one. Okay? We got to stay number one. This is the most generous. Gary is the best gamer, says Elite Neo. Dan was amusing at Fortnite. I will probably. So, isn't the Bitcoin thing tomorrow that Trump's supposed to be speaking at? So here's the deal. I don't know. Does anybody know what time? Does anybody know what time Trump is speaking at the Bitcoin conference or whatever? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Jeremy might be a 0, but hail the chat of heroes. I agree with Jeremy when he agrees with Jay. Is somebody going to tell me? Isn't the Bitcoin thing that Trump is speaking at? Isn't that tomorrow? Am I wrong about that? 3 p.m. Central. But Trump is the keynote speaker. So is he going to be speaking then? We aren't your personal Google, Jeremy, says Christian Rocker. Damn. Christian Rocker said, fuck off, Jeremy. Damn. He just said, shut the... That's really good. I appreciate that. Let's see. I think it's 5:30 Eastern, says Coop. Coop, I don't trust anything you say. I don't trust anything you say. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Depending on what time the Bitcoin press conferences and all that, and Trump is the keynote speaker, I'll try to go live for that, but I can't guarantee that. We'll just have to see how the day goes. But thank you guys so very much for all of the support. The best chat on the internet. I really appreciate all of you. So I hope you all have a great night. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you for the super chats. Did I forget any? Oh, hang on. Oh, Rattle Shark for 10 says, I hadn't watched sports in over 20 years. Kaylin Clark pulled me back in. Hey, there we go. Almost missed that one. I'm glad I got that one. CG87343 becomes a new member. Thank you for the membership. And hail to the Rumble chat. Got 300 and something people over there. So thank you guys. Hopefully my Twitter account gets, they approve my blue check mark again. I don't know. Gaming stream, more than likely I'll try to do a gaming stream late tomorrow night on D-Day Cobra 199. So all right, guys, thank you so much. Oh, Warren Smith, did I miss a member message from you? Hang on, I don't remember seeing one from you, Warren. Oh, here it is. Warren Smith, Biden can always run in 2028. At least his voters can relate to him then, both dead. There we go. Got you, Warren Smith. Sorry for forgetting that one earlier. All right. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys at some point this weekend, whether it's for the Trump Bitcoin speech or for gaming streams over on D-Day Cobra 199. Love you all. Have a great evening, and we will talk to all of you a little bit later. I'm dragging it out so I can do the ending screen. So, all right. Good night, guys. Trump 2024.